Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the author, and you're joining me for the Fast 15. Now, usually we do this a little bit earlier in the day, but because of a bunch of moving parts, we had to push it back a little bit later. So I'm thankful and grateful to everybody who's taken time to understand that, every once in a while, you got to maneuver, and sometimes the maneuvering is smooth as silk, other times it's far from it. But thank you to everybody who's taken a chance to watch. Hopefully you're being encouraged by the conversation that we have here, because as you know, all of us are dealing with something. Some of us need that moment to pause and reset. Usually I like to do it earlier in the day, but sometimes it has to be a little bit later. So I definitely thank each and every one of you. So make sure to stay connected, stay encouraged, all that type of thing. So before we get into our topic for the day, just like I do each and every time, I know that some people who are watching are really going through some deeper rooted things that are taking place. So if that sounds like you or someone you know, please know there are people that really do care. A lot of times you hear about the people that don't, and sometimes what you hear from is more about the folks who don't care, but there are people that do. And there are people that thematically understand, hey, look, we'd all rather be in a better space and place physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all that, and then some. So please identify constructive ways for you to get the help you need. If you have access to professional help, please make sure to get it. If you have to change up your routine or things along those lines, please make sure to identify constructive ways, not destructive, but constructive ways to address what you need to and just be in an improved space and place. And we know on the flip side, there's other people whose life challenges are kind of, in a good spot. They're doing well. They are, improving physically, mentally, spiritually, all that. If that sounds like you, congratulations. We want you to remain encouraged and motivated and those types of things. Feed off the positive energy. After all, you of all people know what you had to work through just to get to the point where you are. So, like they say, pause and keep going and keep going and growing through it. So today, of course, we know that what you put in your head is going to show up in some way, shape, or form. So we are going to pull a quote from Quotes and Notes, Something's on the Horizon. These are all original quotes with the exception of one. It's the quote, it's the logic and explanation behind it, and then space for you to journal whether you agree, you disagree, you want to go in a deeper direction, you want to go in a different direction. Because we know, like we said, what you put in your head is going to show up in some way, shape, or form. So the quote that I would pull from Quotes and Notes, Something's on the Horizon, is as follows. Stay grounded, stay humble, and stay hungry. Again, stay grounded, stay humble, and stay hungry. And even in the midst of a lot of chaos, confusion, disorder, all that, staying grounded means maintain your perspective. As best as possible, maintain your perspective. That means for you, it's going for a walk or exercising or bike riding or going on a trip or immersing yourself in one of your hobbies. Keep your perspective. Keep your head to the sky, literally and figuratively. Stay humble. Now, being humble means, again, putting your successes in perspective. Is great to celebrate and great to feel good, but sometimes we go over the top and then we start getting arrogant. We start, feeling like things are automatic. Stay humble from the standpoint of you can celebrate your success, but you also know where your success comes from the divine, from people who are put in place to give you those opportunities, things along those lines. And stay hungry. All that means is don't be complacent. Like, where you are isn't where you're always going to be. And yeah, it's good every once in a while to look at what you've accomplished and feed off of those and feel good. But know that there's more. There's more growth opportunities. There's maybe better ways for you to determine how to do things. So stay grounded, stay humble, and stay hungry. That's the quote from Quotes and Notes, Something's on the Horizon. Okay, a couple of quick things before we sign off. Let's see. The next author's talk is coming up May 9th, 4 to 6 p.m., Maracas Bar. So make sure to check out the socials and related updates. Bring a friend. Come out from about 4 to 4:30 as that's the start of happy hour. So for those of you 21 and older, I know. Just one of those things. We'll do our main talk from about 4:30 to quarter after 5, moderated by Antoine Dwayne Jones, the editor of Majority Greek Magazine. And then we'll go ahead and go into our signing and probably wrap up about 6 or just after. So that way you can stick around for dinner. If you need to bounce somewhere else, you're able to do so. And of course, it is the day before Mother's Day. So if you need that neat last minute gift, you need to come on up, pull up, things along those lines. So shouts to Maracas Bar. Of course, we'll drop info on other signings, authors talks, things along those lines are taking place during the summer. We already have some dates booked. We'll have some things that are in the works. So once we're solid on a couple of items, we'll make sure to share those. In regards to just things outside the book grid, shouts to Carolina's International Book Fair. The Carolinas International Book Fair, Greenville, South Carolina. The third edition of it took place this past weekend. This is my second year being a part of it. It is a festival that is going to continue to grow. So if you're an author that's based in the Southeast or anywhere, if you're a member of a book club, a lover of books, make your way to the upstate. I want to say it'll take place moving forward in April of 2027. Shouts to the entire leadership team at the Carolinas International Book Fair. I want to give a special shout to PGL Sports, who came out to record, and gosh, man, she's going to kill me, but a great segment with one of the media outlets up there. I know I'm gonna get it. She's gonna exactly. So, but make sure to check out Carolina's International Book Fair. Check out what you missed and don't miss out for next year. Those are the main things going on in the book end. On the non-book end, shouts to the Alphas of Atlanta, as this weekend marks their 11th edition of the Alpha Derby weekend. It's a Kentucky Derby themed event. Proceeds they're raised go to their nonprofit, and then they award fellow nonprofits different grants. So it's a great event. Make sure to check out Alphas of Atlanta and Alpha_Derby and check it out. I think there are still tickets available. You got to buy your tickets in advance. You can't get your tickets at the door. And make sure to check them out. The Winter Circle, good place to be. Trying to think if there's anything else. I'm sure there is, but I'm just going to say thank you to every bookstore, book club, reader, fellow author, events, all that for your support. Definitely appreciate it. And just thank you to the people out there that are doing what they can to just make progress each and every day. Like they say, learn to crawl before you learn to walk. And then not only that, progress is progress. As one of my friends said, it's okay to move in inches. If you're moving in inches, you're still moving forward. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up a couple of items, hopefully, and get ready for the upcoming days. All of you take very good care. Be safe while you're out and about. And of course, whether small or big, a victory is a victory. Whether slow or swift, movement is movement. Keep it victorious. Keep it moving. All of you take very good care. Look forward to seeing you real soon. All right, take care.